Hey guys, it's MJ. How are you? So, I just felt really inspired to go live. I've been sitting here meditating, having like hardcore heart activity and heart activations. And again, it's really important for us to detach from circumstances. I gotta admit, it's tricky. I still have reactions, and I'm continually practicing just like being gentle with myself, with the intensity of the sensations and the emotions, and really opening up my mind or even sort of my energetic channel to light, basically, and downloading like higher frequencies to channel and soothe the heart activity, and not just the heart, sometimes the solar plexus as well. So like quite and the throat actually, but like quite a charge in through the central, although I have clients who are having quite a lot of activity going on in their like third eye area. So I guess part of this going live is about sharing with you guys the experience. It's March 2018, and I had a spontaneous call with another coach and spiritual teacher today, and both of us reflected back some really important nuggets regarding the energy activations that are happening right now, some of the feelings, some of the recent shifts as far as having to step into our power, clear certain energies. And now, and this is part of the share, now it appears that I guess the channel of energy now being coming through the vessel, especially with this heart activity, is really about calling in divine love, calling in divine union, because this heart activity is ultimately bringing us into union with self. Because what I'm increasingly aware of, even just very recently, like in the last like 20 minutes before going live in this share, was that the healings are occurring in waves. Just like how energy moves, vibrating, but they're coming in waves, which is why we're experiencing this, a lot of us anyway, in an accelerated waveform where we feel like we're sort of having to perpetually go over certain things and clear the energy density from that. And so the way I'm sort of describing it is like there's different shades and different veils and different just energy forms that come out from the experiences that we're creating ultimately. In this moment, I'm very grateful for the reflections in my life, even the ones that are stirring up, that appear to be stirring up all of this. And again, it may be related, it might not. It's for me, it's really important to remain as detached as possible from any of the loop thoughts that are triggering the energetic or the emotional upheavals. Say when I'm being guided into meditation, and I'm just sitting and observing, and then often again the emotional waves will start to come and clear out. And I'm very aware that this work is for a certain pocket of the collective, because again, of the emotional intensity and how surrendered one has to be to the process, because it increasingly so kind of takes over your life. So I'm finding that there's no other stream but to be in the flow. And what's really miraculous is like how time no longer exists in that regard. It becomes a lot more fluid, and creativity is very productive. There's a lot of creativity energy even amidst, I guess you could say, these higher vibrations. Because something that I'm aware of, where again my blaming and attack mind, or like my reactive mind, might want to blame external circumstances, and the more I can just like sit with the energy, the more I'm really aware of this kind of collective clearing, and that when I'm not, i.e., when I'm not attached to that story anymore, and I'm like, yeah, clear those densities and then sit with that energy, it's like hardcore bliss, love, vibration, ecstasy. My physical reality is shifting a lot. Like, I feel a lot lighter and a lot more playful, a lot more buoyant on my feet as well. So I can honestly say the more recent shifts, and this has been coming, this practice, I guess, has been coming certainly in the last 2-year cycle. I talked to you guys about the kind of big leap I took, which you could say I'm still integrating that simply energetically, like all of from making that choice to make the leap, like it's still all, I'm still having to integrate all that energy and, reconfigure, I guess you could say, the now. And it's certainly tricky because it's like it forces you to stay in the present, because I just want to say, because letting go of people, letting go of different aspects is quite painful. Because it's like an ego death. It's like letting go of a part of yourself. And yet, simultaneously, that release, that disentangling, is letting go of density and integrating unity within self. So it's all good, basically. I'm just like, straight up, you guys, like, I'm still witnessing myself having those reactions when the upheavals come, and just, I guess, looping back into like the forgiveness, the holding space, and really opening up to the higher download to keep a deeper understanding of what's happening in a broader story, so that you don't, like, for me, I'll speak for myself, so that I'm not getting looped into blame and attack. That's basically, and like, that's part of this platform, you guys, for me, because like, the processing has become more and more subtle just because of my journey. The sharing and expressing and having feedback from you guys out there in the internet is part of the yoking, part of the acceleration, and part of the birthing as well. It's definitely part of yoking the higher vibrations into certain vessels to bring out the juice of life, because this platform and like sharing this stuff is honestly what really hooks me back into this feeling of alignment. And yet I recognize that this transformation, this ascension, this quantum leap, this evolution of humanity, this mass awakening, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's a experience, and it's really radically different from what we've been trained to believe our humanness is about, and it's a different way of perceiving. But here's the nugget of life juice. Thank God for the intuition and just going live. But basically, the nugget that made me want to go live today was, what I realized is that when you like seriously make a choice to love yourself, like uber duper mega commit, like deep commit to yourself, to invoke the love, it will have its way with you. Like, all this whole experience, like everything, I would say, has just been clearing, purging, healing, and releasing everything in me that is blocking divine love, which is divine union, which is the vision of a harmonious, unified, sacred, purpose-driven partnership on this planet, which then is the creative aspect of community, of like, you know, a harmonized civilization through that divine partnership the reflections of oneself in divine love. It's so beautiful. And that is like the birthing. So the birthing channel coming through the divine feminine, making manifest via the reflection with the divine masculine, and birthing the new world. New earth, guys, is simple. You just gotta find unity within self, manifest the reflection, because on the physical plane, on the 3D, 4D level, you need the man and the woman to make baby, to make life. Although you don't have to make baby. That's, again, go metaphysical, y'all. You just come together for the co-creative energies and birth worlds, birth life. And that can be babies too. Marriage, extending love. That's what it's all about. So I see like there's one person, and that's fantastic, but I've literally just wrapped up a little nugget of divine love and wisdom. Rochelle! Yay! Do, 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 do. I just did a little heart share. I'm gonna say goodbye because that was all I needed to say. And I hope it was useful to you. I hope that you are well. Happy dance. Happy dance. I'm happy. I was in meditation. I was processing loads of emotion, like literally probably an hour ago. And throughout the day, it was kind of like a funny day. Shifting loads. And now I just felt like going live, and obviously I've just been boosted because I got some love hearts from my internet buddies who tune into my vulnerable live shares because I'm undergoing hardcore spiritual transformation continuously. Continuously. But I love it, and I would never go back. I would not have it any other way. I love and look forward to just becoming more of a love babe, and less of a shady fear. Less that, more like it's the age of Aquarius, you guys. I was gonna try to sing the song, but then it didn't come out. Have a good one. Love you loads, Rochelle. Love you loads to everyone.